welcome back. Where we finished on the last video, I was just stripping and rebuilding the head fairing, the clocks and bits and pieces. I was going to continue with that today. They're on the workbench. Don't look at the workbench, it's a right mess at the moment. Anyway, what's going on right now, I've had to drop the shock out and take this link out of the swing arm back out again. Reason being is I started greasing all the bits and pieces, and grease nipples started breaking left, right and centre. So I started using stud extractors and easy outs and bits and pieces to get the broken bits of grease nipple out and fit new ones. And in the end, I just thought this is getting really, really difficult. It's just, hello.
I was looking at the thing.
I know you was, sorry. So I just thought it's going to be easier, just take the whole thing out. And yeah, that's where we are. So I'll whack this back together again, and then we'll carry on with actually what is today's task, which is going to be rebuilding clocks and headlight and stuff like that. So back in a few minutes. Quick shot underneath so you can see what I was dealing with. Once I started breaking a couple of grease nipples, I realised there was not enough space in there to properly extract them, so just took it all apart and did it on the workbench. Okay, all back together. Getting pretty good at the dismantling of the suspension, the rear suspension, the shock absorber, whilst the bike is all together now. Just use my jack and whatever and a few blocks of wood. But anyway, a lot easier using the old bench there. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. And what are you doing?
I'm just straightening this little bracket. I'm finding quite a few little bits and pieces on this bike that have clearly sort of been bent at some point in the past. There, okay. So these two screws here, this bracket is for mounting the oil reservoir piece. I'll grab it. Yeah, okay. So those two holes line up with that. This will go into the bird cage, that little nipple where my thumb is.
Okay, cool.
One other job for today, because you're going to shoot out and do your stuff, and I'll just get on and do a few bits and pieces. The chain, I need to finish connecting that, so I'll grab the tool that we've borrowed from Adam now, and I'll put the plate over the O-rings, compress it. I'll measure the thickness of this with my micrometers. I'll set this the same when I crush it in, and then I'll do the riveting. All right?
Cool.
All right, so when I'm measuring this, I'm getting about just short of 21 mil. Anyway, why am I doing that? Okay, you see this is the joining link that we've just put in, the master link, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's brand new at the minute, and you've got these two O-rings that go over here.
Yeah.
There's a couple of O-rings that are in the back, and it's the purpose of the O-rings is to keep the grease in place. All right. And then if you want to go and grab the link. Okay, so we've got the new link which goes on, numbers facing the outside. Okay, now I can't, obviously with my fingers I can't push that on there, so I need a tool to do that.
There we go.
Right. Now what I'll do is, as I've just pushed it on a bit, I'm just going to take it off, take the tool off, and then I can measure it. See how this is now flush?
Yeah.
With the rivets?
Yeah.
Okay, so that needs pushing on a little bit further, just to confirm what it's set to. Remember, we're looking for around 21, just less than 21. All right, so I've got 22, yeah, 22 dead, so I need another millimetre. Every quarter turns about half a mil or so apparently, so we'll see. Okay, see how that's proud now?
Yeah, that looks very good.
Okay. All right, it's not finished though, because what you could have is the plate could come off. All right, so I'm within about a tenth of a mil there. I've got 21.1, right? So the next part of the operation is to basically bend over the end of this to stop that. Well, it's technically it's flaring it out, right?
Okay.
See, there's a bit of a hollow there and a hollow there.
Yeah.
See these rivets?
Yeah.
Well, when they've manufactured the rivets, that was a straight straight flush pin,
Right.
and it's been hammered over. That's why it's sort of bent on the ends here,
Right. Yeah.
and that stops it from ever coming off.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this tool to flare out this.
Right.
At the moment, this plate slides over that pin.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I push a ball bearing into here, it'll
Yeah.
cause that to flare out
Okay.
and get wider at the top, so the plate can't come off.
Cool.
You said I sounded really confident, and I said, well, basically, I've just been bullshitting you for many years.
Yeah. He's actually got to figure out how to actually do that part now. Even though he sounded so confident.
Yeah, so look, here's the, I'll just put that ball bearing there. Right, so see there's the attachment with the ball bearing in it?
Yeah.
You're going to force that in there.
Right.
Right, and it'll only sink in so far, and it'll flare that out.
Okay.
All right, so here you go. So I'll just take that attachment off there.
Yeah.
Bear with, that goes back in the box. Screw this one in.
You look like such a pro.
Thank you. I'm not, I'm a complete fucking moron. But
No comment.
I'm from the school of just give it a go and see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
No, I've done this loads of times. I mean, in fact, I did the phaser chain using this one. This is Adam's kit.
Yeah.
Right, now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I've got support at the back of the pin. So is this going to do that or not? That's okay. I might need to put something in there that matches it.
There we go.
Right, so this is another little adapter. It's going to go in the back there, but the purpose of that adapter is it should fit over the back of the pin, not so far over that it hits the plate.
Yeah.
Right, so it's in contact with the pin. So imagine that is on the back of that pin,
Yeah.
right, and then the ball bearing here is going to be pushing against that.
Yeah.
So I'm not squeezing the plate because the plate is set to 21 millimeters.
Yeah.
I'm squeezing the pin together.
Yeah.
All right, now the weakest part of the pin right now is going to be this hollow piece.
Yeah.
So it's going to flare outwards. Nothing will happen at the back. So this is going in there.
Yeah. So we'll do take 10.
Take 10. Fuck off.
And then we'll pretend that you did it the first time.
So all you guys sitting at home thinking, oh, I wish my wife would come in the garage. Trust me, you don't. Okay.
Listen,
Listen what? Hey?
have to brighten up my day somehow. Again.
So as I just said, I'll just crush that. You see?
Yeah.
Right. Now it doesn't look,
Much different. But
it doesn't look massively different, but
there
can
is
you
a
zoom in?
difference.
You want to focus on it, right? Okay. Right. So this one's had the ball bearing pushed into it.
yeah.
You can see a little shiny rim on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, now what's happened is, it's very subtle, it's only a small fraction, but the outside edge, as the ball bearing went in, the outside edge spread out.
Mm-hmm.
So over here, this is one that hasn't yet been done.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell on the close-up whether or not it looks very
You
different.
can see a little. Well, I can see a little bit of shine.
Okay,
I don't know.
right, ready?
Yeah.
So I'm going, there's a quarter of a turn,
Yeah.
and then another quarter of a turn there. Okay, now I reckon that's enough.
Okay. Yep, you can tell there's a.
Yeah, okay. Now, what's important about this is that you haven't pinched the link, so it's
Yeah.
still able to flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've tightened that plate on too much, you'll end up where it'll stick,
Yeah.
and you've got a tight link, and
That's not good.
no, it's not good.
No.
It's not good. No. Okay. So that is job done.
Cool.
The other parts of the tool are for sort of pushing out links if you need to remove one or two links and adjust it to the right length, but we didn't need to do that because it was bang on, straight out the box, the perfect length.
I'm super zoomed in right now. Everybody really gets to see your face. I just put it back in the
Oh,
wall.
fucking handsome fizzog.
That's it. Be able to see the whiskers on your chin.
Oh God. Okay. Right. Anyway, you're off to go and look after some kiddies, aren't you?
Well, probably. possibly.
Well,
We'll see.
you're gonna do something anyway, other than
Yeah.
video, maybe. What we've done, we've blasted this metal frame and painted it silver, refitted all the rubber bungs, which was a bit of a game in itself. This rubber boot thing, we've filled in all the cracks with some super glue, stop it from fraying, give it a good clean up. Washed the inside and outside of the headlight, so it's all looking good. Remounted the fuse block here, the headlight relay, and this relay over on this side as well, which I can't quite remember what the hell that's for. And I was just going to offer up just to have it sat in place whilst we connect all the electrics. Okay.
Good job. Go.
Okay, now we're going to strip these down, give them a good old clean and make sure they're all serviceable. Yeah. Okay, so just taking these two little Allen screws out there, that releases that clock. I'm just going to figure out how to get these apart. See, this is all melted.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but no idea if we can get new ones of these. I mean, it might just glue with a bit of mastic or something, I'm not too sure. Okay, so there's another Allen key bolt here. It's got me wondering which ones were the original clocks, you know, because clearly I haven't taken this off of that.
No. And the other one's melted.
Yeah, so look, that and that, these two pieces were part of this.
And if you look, that's got Japanese writing on it. Just notice that, and that one hasn't.
Yeah.
So maybe they were the...
No, so these were the original clocks,
Okay.
right? And these two used to be over here,
Oh, okay.
and those were over here.
Right.
But I bought that about a year ago and swapped it straight away. 'Cause when I first got these two RZs, I also had to get the Ducati, that 748R. So I bought all three at the same weekend from Melbourne. It took about 9 weeks for them to get here. And then I think the first thing I did was I took off all the melted plastics and put on the Chinese fairing pieces that came. Replacement wing mirrors and bits and pieces like that. And then I was chasing around for things like these caps and there were so many melted bits and pieces, and the clocks were one of them. And I can't remember, I think I've mentioned this before, but I think they were about $600 from eBay, and they came from Europe. And so I quickly switched over the bits and pieces and then put the bikes in a corner, put the sheet over them, and carried on with the Ducati. Ducati took about 6 months, and then oh God, I can't remember. We didn't do anything for a few months, and then I started on the first one. So what you're seeing is something that was actually started a year ago.
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting at. Do what?
The memory's not like it used to. It's a bit of age and old.
Fuck off. Right. So this, yeah, get a good look at this so I can just remember when I go back to put it together.
Right, we'll move your butt then. So I can
Move my
come
butt,
over the
okay.
top.
So you've got that little light there,
Yeah.
and you've got these two wires here. Trying to see if I can identify which one's which. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to mark them with 1 dot for the one that's on the left, 2 dots for the middle one, and 3 dots for the one that's at 3 o'clock. Yeah.
It probably doesn't make any difference. They're probably just earth cables.
Survived.
Well, I'm tough, you know. Okay, that's that. I've got another bulb here. There we go. Another bulb in there. It looks like this comes off as well.
Go on.
There
Use your man muscles.
we go. Well, I don't want to go too crazy with it. Stripping. Oh, that was. Is that this? No. Here we go. There we go. Getting the clocks out of the frame is just fairly easy. So there's a lot of melted stuff around here, isn't there?
Yeah, there certainly is. Okay.
Okay, so this is basically the clock's electrical side of things connected, and there are three. There's a multi-block there, a multi-block there, and then there's a single push pin here. All right.
Yeah.
Everything else, headlight wise, side light wise, fuses, relay, headlight relay, etc. They're all connected. In theory, I could put the ignition on and the battery and just test everything actually works. And we'll get to that in a minute or two. Okay, well, the other way of looking at it, Trace, is can I make this and these clocks kind of, not like new, but, you know, better than they currently are? Oh, I'll give it a go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm looking at before. After.
Yeah.
I'll put some H primer on.
Here we go. Dave's doing his nails.
Doing my nails again, yeah. Managed to paint the clocks and my hands too. But yeah, the surround looks okay. Clocks are all right. That rubber backing, not convinced whether or not we're going to use that again. These two, just give them a bit of a wipe over. They look half tidy, so we see. We're running out of time now, really. So I think what we'll do, we'll wrap on the head now, and then next week we should be able to connect the battery, turn everything on, make sure electrics all work. So yeah, electric testing next week, and possibly kicking over the bike. No promises, because I keep telling myself I'm going to do that, but not so much yet.
Yeah.
What do you think, Trey?
Yeah, no, just getting everything back together.
Tidy.
And then, yeah, tidy.
Oh, and what are we on now? $10,252, and we'll call that 20 days now. That's another half day done. All right.
All right.
Yeah, all good. All right, see you later. Bye bye.